Can I be honest with you for a second? The economy right now is genuinely hard to watch. Wars, trade tensions, inflation, AI reshaping entire industries, and a news cycle designed to make you feel like nothing is stable. And your wallet is feeling every bit of it. The paycheck feels smaller, the cart feels more expensive, and opening your banking app feels hard and scary. But here's the question worth asking: what do you actually do about it? Today, I am connecting the dots between the headlines and your wallet. We're not panicking, we're making a plan for our money. Let's go. By the way, if you are new here, I'm Catherine Angkupchan, creator of the Secure First Money Method, a 5-stage framework that helps women move from financial stress to financial confidence by doing money in the right order. That's exactly what we're doing today. Let's be real about what's happening in the economy right now, because understanding it is step one of not being rattled by it. The US Israel conflict with Iran has created so much uncertainty. First, it came as a surprise, then there was a ceasefire deal, then no deal, then back again. Conflict in that region affects global oil markets almost immediately. And oil doesn't just mean gas at the pump, it means the cost of shipping everything: food, clothing, electronics. When fuel gets more expensive, every single thing that moves on a truck, a ship, or a plane gets more expensive too. That's not fear mongering, that is supply chain reality. On top of that, the tariffs from 2025 haven't fully worked their way through consumers just yet. Economists call it a slow tide. It's still coming in. Add in AI reshaping industries, leading to layoffs and more uncertainty, and the world feels shaky. None of this is your fault, but it is your problem to navigate. And the best way to navigate it is to start exactly where the Secure First Money Method starts, at the beginning. Get stable first. Know what's coming in and what's going out. That's you opening your account and facing the number on the screen. Not out of fear, but for information. I've talked to women making 6 figures who are one bad month away from a crisis. And I've talked to women making $52,000 a year who sleep deeply at night because they have a plan and a cushion and they know exactly where their money is going. Financial security is not about how much you make. It is about how solid your floor is. The Secure First Money Method exists because too many women try to grow before they secure. And I get it, investing sounds exciting, building wealth sounds exciting. But if you don't have a foundation under you, all of that is just building on sand. And when the going gets tough, many women withdraw from these accounts to cover the basics, losing future financial security. That is not what I want for you. So we're doing money in the right order. We secure first, then we build. This is a Secure First Money Method. 5 stages, one clear order. Stage 1 is secure. Get stable first. Cover your basics like rent, utilities, groceries. Know exactly what's coming in and what's going out. There's no judgment here and no skipping ahead. If you're just trying to keep the lights on and breathe, this is where we start. Stage 2 is simplify. Clear the clutter so you can actually see your money. This is where we consolidate accounts, set up autopay, and reduce the number of decisions we're making about money every single week. Confusion isn't a character flaw. It is a sign your system needs to be simpler. Stage 3 is strengthen, and this is where we build breathing room, an emergency fund, debt reduction, safety nets. This stage won't feel glamorous, but it is a stage that will save you the most times in the future. Stages 4 and 5, design and grow, are where we get intentional about building wealth and investing for independence and generosity. And we will absolutely get there. But in a moment like this, where there's a lot of uncertainty, stages 1 through 3 are your armor. That's where we're living today, and that's where we are going to start. All right, let's get into real moves. And I'm going to start with stage 2, simplify. Because in a chaotic news cycle, simplifying your money is one of the most underrated things you can do for your stress levels. The goal of Simplify is to reduce the number of things you're mentally managing. Fewer accounts, cleaner systems, fewer decisions. When you can actually see your money, you make better decisions with it. If you are a mom like me, you know what it's like to be juggling everything all at once. So the more we can eliminate, the better for our sanity. Here's what that looks like right now. 1, audit every subscription you have. And I mean every single one. Open your bank statement and go line by line. Open your Apple account and see what's being charged there. Streaming services raised prices on average of 12% in 2025. You are almost certainly paying for something you haven't opened in 3 months. Cancel it. You can always resubscribe. 2, stop logging into Amazon out of boredom. I know it's easy to. Those little purchases really do add up. We feel cute buying a $14 thing, or we feel productive and accomplished buying another Amazon organization must-have for our house. And then we wonder why we're down $500 at the end of the month. Remove the app from your home screen if you need to. Cancel your Prime membership like we did. Reduce the friction between you and the impulse buy. Number 3, pack your lunch. I know, you've heard this before. Buying lunch out every day gets expensive. Add the convenience fees, tip and delivery, membership subscription, and your $15 burrito comes out to $35. That's a lot of your money going to something you can't even taste. See your money. Stop the leaks. And let me be upfront with you, packing your lunch isn't the most glamorous thing you can do in the morning. And if it's not something you're used to, it takes a lot of trial and error. But believe me, it will be worth it. Number 4, do no spend days intentionally. Start taking care of your money. You and your money deserve so much better. Aim for 13 to 18 no spend days a month. Get the family involved. Change your routine. Stop defaulting to spending as a solution to all of your problems. Otherwise, you will be stuck in the same cycle of work, spend, sleep. Get creative instead, or opt to go without. The best way to see your money is to stop letting it flow to other people. Hold on to it a little longer. Let it live and breathe in your checking account instead. Okay, here's where I need to be the older sister millennial for a minute, because this is something I don't hear enough people talking about. And right now in this economy, it matters more than ever. Affordable monthly payments are one of the sneakiest traps in personal finance. And I'm going to say that again. An affordable monthly payment is not the same thing as something you can afford. Here's what happens. You see a monthly payment, $19 a month for that new jacket, $49 a month for that subscription, $359 a month for that brand new car, and your brain does a quick check. Can I cover that this month? Yes, you say yes. Then you do it again and again, and before long, your budget is made up of 11 or 15 of these little commitments, and they are all competing with each other. And here's the part that really gets people. Monthly payments work for a specific window in time when everything around them stays the same. But everything around you right now is not staying the same. Grocery prices are up. Gas is up. Utilities are up. Shipping costs are up. Everything tied to the cost of fuel has gotten more expensive. And that inflation is spreading through every corner of your budget. So that $359 a month of a car payment felt fine 18 months ago, but it's now sitting inside a budget that's also absorbing higher grocery bills, higher insurance, and higher everything. The payment didn't change, but your financial breathing room did. And monthly payments cost you more in the long run, whether it's a subscription, a financing plan, or a pay over time BNPL offer. You are almost always paying more in total than if you'd actually paid upfront or waited. The I want it now feeling comes with a very hefty price tag. So here's my ask before you add any new monthly payment to your life right now. Ask yourself these 3 questions. 1, do I actually need this, or does it feel like a want? 2, if 5 other things in my budget went up 10% this year, could I still carry this? And number 3, what is the total cost of this commitment over its full life, not just the monthly number? This is stage 3 of the Secure First Money Method, Strengthen. We are building breathing room, and every new monthly payment you take on is a hole in that cushion before you've even finished building it. Be protective of your money. Monthly commitments drain your paycheck and your energy. Decide wisely. All right, let's switch gears a little bit. April is actually a really interesting month to talk about consumption. Earth Day is April 22nd, which means the whole world is already talking about buying less, using less, and wasting less. And I want to make the case that this is as good for your wallet as it is for the planet. Here's the thing most people don't connect. Almost every physical thing you buy has fuel embedded in it. The shipping costs to get it to the warehouse, the truck that drives it to a store or your door, the packaging it comes in. When fuel prices go up, and they're going to go in part because of what's happening right now in the Middle East, the cost of every physical product you consume goes up with it. So consuming less right now isn't just a values thing, it's a money strategy. Here are some practical ways to do this that are honestly kind of fun once you get started. Get your family involved. 1. Do an eat the pantry week. One Redditor shared that at the end of every month, they buy only absolute essentials. Fresh milk, fruit, and get creative with everything already in the fridge, freezer, and pantry. They cut their grocery costs by 20% doing this. And you probably have more in your pantry than you think. Make it a game. For our household, we try to get to an empty fridge before we head out shopping. We don't do scheduled runs like the first of the month. We avoid food waste like nobody's business. If you need help reducing food waste and cooking more at home, I'll link a video up here and in the description to help you. But another thing you can do is buy secondhand before buying new. Thrift stores, Facebook Marketplace, neighborhood buy nothing groups, for everything that isn't a food or health item, clothes, books, home goods, kids things, buying secondhand sidesteps the fuel and shipping costs entirely. It's already built in there, and it's usually a fraction of the price. You get great savings for the things that you need and want. Spring is also a great time to look for secondhand items, especially as more people do garage sales or community sales. Check out what's happening in your neighborhood. Number 3, shop store brands without apology. The stigma is gone. Store brands across almost every category have caught up in quality, and you're paying for the name, not the product. Next up, try the bean and beef swap. This one comes straight from another Redditor, and it sounds questionable until you try it. Mix black beans into your ground beef, in tacos, pasta sauce, anything. The result is cheaper per serving, higher in fiber and protein, and honestly, most families cannot tell the difference. When everything tied to fuel costs more, including transport, finding ways to stretch protein on the cheap is genuinely a smart move. And here's the bottom line. April is a great month to look at your consumption, not as a sacrifice, but as a reset. What do you actually use? What are you buying out of habit or convenience? What could you simply not buy this month and not miss? Your wallet and the planet will thank you. And if you want to see how your spending aligns with the planet, I've got an email challenge for you to check out. Sign up in the link in the description. It's free and gets you taking action. Okay, with all of this uncertainty, we need to talk about your emergency fund. And before your eyes glaze over, I hear you, emergency fund advice is usually the most boring content in personal finance. So here is how we're going to make it interesting. Your emergency fund is actually a no fund. It is the money that lets you say no to a predatory payment plan when your car breaks down, no to putting a medical bill on a credit card at high interest rates, and no to staying in a job that's making you miserable because you can't afford to leave. No to taking on debt during a moment of crisis. In a stable economy, your emergency fund is a safety. It's there just in case. In an economy like this one, where costs are rising, global tensions are high, and your monthly obligations are working against your breathing room, your emergency fund is your power. It is the thing that keeps a bad month from becoming a bad year. The emergency fund doesn't just protect you financially. It changes how you carry yourself. When you have a cushion, you negotiate differently. You make different choices at work, and you stop making decisions from a place of fear. That is not a small thing. So let's make it real and specific. Your first goal is $500. Not 3 to 6 months of expenses, not a perfect number, $500. That covers most car repairs, most unexpected medical copays. If you've got a tax refund this year, take $500 of that and put it into your emergency fund. Your second goal is that $1,000. The strengthened stage of the Secure First Money method specifically calls out $1,000 as your starter emergency fund because it's enough to absorb most single unexpected expenses without going backward into debt. Your stretch goal after that is 1 to 3 months of essential expenses. Basics, not 6, not yet at least, 1 to 3, enough to breathe if your income gets disrupted. And here's how to actually build it without it feeling painful. Use the power of automation. Automate a transfer, even $25 a week, into a separate high-yield savings account. We recommend Capital One or Ally here at Sisters for Fi. Name that account something that means something to you, not just generic savings. Call it my no fund, call it my peace of mind, call it I'm not going back to square one fund. Make it visceral, make it feel like something worth protecting. And here's one more thing, keep that account at a different bank from your checking account. Make it slightly annoying to access, but not impossible. Because the emergency fund that's too easy to reach has a way of becoming the I really want this thing fund, so protect it. The emergency fund has a very important job. It's helping you sleep at night and buying you peace of mind. Subscribe to Sisters for Financial Independence for more tips to help you build out your emergency fund. You will thank yourself later. I want the best for you. So here's a few things we definitely are not doing while this uncertainty remains. Don't panic sell your investments. I know the news is scary, but selling when the market is down locks in your losses. Every market downturn in history has eventually recovered. And your retirement account is a long game. Don't let scary news cycle make a decision you'll regret for decades. Don't add new monthly payments right now. We just talked about this, and I mean it. Every new subscription, every pay overtime plan, every financing offer is a commitment you're making against a budget that's already being squeezed from the outside. Be stingy with your monthly obligations. And don't wait for things to settle down to start. This is the big one. There is no calm on the horizon that's going to make it feel like the perfect time to start your emergency fund or cut your subscription. The best time is now. Here is what I want you to walk away with today. You are not powerless in this moment. Not even a little bit. Yes, it's a little scary. Yes, inflation is high. Yes, fuel costs are rippling through every price tag in your life. Yes, those affordable payments are quietly piling. All of this is true. And you can audit your subscriptions tonight. You can name your emergency fund and set up $25 of automatic transfer this week. You can say no to one new monthly payment this month. You can do the pantry eat down this week and genuinely save money while cleaning out your freezer. These are not small things. These are Secure First Money method in action. Stage 1, get stable. Know your numbers. Stage 2, simplify and see your money clearly. And stage 3, build your breathing room. Start with an emergency fund of $500, then move on to $1,000, and then move on to 1 to 3 months of expenses. These are action items you can take today. Before you close this video, choose one thing to do this week. Maybe that's canceling 2 subscriptions tonight. You can always resubscribe. Maybe it's setting up that $25 weekly transfer to your emergency fund. Or maybe it's doing a no-spend day tomorrow and seeing how it feels. Or maybe it's deciding right now that you're not adding a single new monthly payment this month. Pick one, do it today, and then come tell me in the comments what you chose, because I want to know and I want to cheer you on. If you want the full breakdown of the Secure First Money method and how to figure out exactly what stage you're in, I've linked that here as well as below. And if you found this video helpful, share it with the women in your life who you know needs to hear it. There is a lot of uncertainty out there, but we are not powerless. We can take action. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time here at Sisters for Financial Independence.